kuja tu kusema mimi patia milioni 5 na unakuja kupeana milioni 5 baada ya kutukana kanisa. That is stupid. Uwezi kuja utukane hii, alafu kesho unakuja utuambie shikeni hii. Kwani sisi ni watoto? We are not children.
Yes, more bishops are coming out to call out William Ruto. And I realize that the foot soldiers of William Ruto, both ministers and cabinet secretaries and people who have positions in UDA, are coming out hard on the church. But as they come out hard on the church, even the church is digging in. It cannot be intimidated. Very few people know how the church can have an influence, because many Africans believe in their pastors, believe in their bishops, even more than they believe in their husbands and parents. So if the church can influence a narrative, it can be entrenched in any human beings. That's why, for example, in the Catholic faith, someone can even go to an extent of confessing his sin to his bishop. That person who confesses his sin to his bishop to be forgiven. If a bishop tells him to vote someone, tell me that he cannot refuse. So there's a certain bishop who came out to tell William Ruto that he should stop disabusing the church because he donated that money. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the statements which were made by that bishop, what it means for our country, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So we all know that William Ruto lost favors with the church, one of the entities that brought him to power. Secondly, he even lost an entity of the Mountain Kenya bloc that brought him to power. So if you lose the entity that made you president, you must be scared. In fact, the worst mistake, William Ruto is now using his cadres to attack the church. But remember, the church is also digging in, and not only one church of the Catholic Church. The Catholics are the ones who opened up the can of worms, followed by the Pentecostals, the Seventh-day Adventists, and etc. The church is opposing the way William Ruto is doing. In my last video, I think I made it yesterday, I kept on saying that in life there is no vacuum. Since the opposition got conflicted, other people are filling in the vacuum, and among those people filling the vacuum is the church. And the church is talking sense, is talking the right thing. Okay? So the foot soldiers of William Ruto should desist from attacking elders because they will need them. Normally, these politicians use a conduit of donations to hold leaders of the church ransom so that they cannot talk about anything. They donate so that they can speak to the congregants, because the church has the biggest following. Every Sunday, you have at least 200 people in the church. So if you're a politician and target that audience, you are good as to go. That's what William Ruto used to get into power. Before I proceed, I want to play you a tape when the bishop was calling out William Ruto to show you that they don't fear anything. Here is the tape.
Sasa lakini mtu akija amechukua milioni 5, anatuambia mimi nakuja kuwapa pesa hizi, na wakati anaposema milioni 5, watu ambao wako kwa kanisa kama 700 wamelala njaa. Si ndio? Watu wamelala, na yeye anakuja na milioni 5 anatupatia. Ya nini? Ni ya nini? Situkae bila. Kama unataka kutupatia kuja utupatie. Kama angekuja na unga labda tungesema tutakula. Lakini kuja tu kusema mimi patia milioni 5 na unakuja kupeana milioni 5 baada ya kutukana kanisa. That is stupid. Uwezi kuja utukane hii, alafu kesho unakuja utuambie shikeni hii. Kwani sisi ni watoto? We are not children.
That is the bishop. First of all, it spells doom. If it was only the Catholic Church, maybe, William Ruto's foot soldiers were saying that the Catholics are attacking William Ruto because he's not a Catholic. That's a narrative. Now they are coming out to say they are attacking Ruto because he's a Kalenjin. Now, after the Catholic bishop, the Pentecostals came out, the Seventh-day Adventists came out, PSCA, Holy Sapit came out. So it was no longer about whether Ruto is not a Catholic because he has failed to deliver. William Ruto promised heaven, he delivered earth. William Ruto even now is continuing to make promises. The other day he was in Taita Taveta and promised them that tomorrow they are going to make a farm which does metal, which was impossible. You cannot build a farm as early as tomorrow. That is impossible. So, and remember, these promises catch up on you. People hold you accountable. Kenya is a village now because of social media. If you promise something today, they'll hold it on camera. If you promise to deliver it tomorrow they'll make videos putting you to account. So the best way is not attacking the church or opening a war front to the church, but engage them. Your foot soldiers like Moru Komen, Aaron Cheriot, I even saw the Minister for Energy, Opiyo Wandayi, attacking the church. Can you imagine? You know, me, I feel broken. A person who was in the opposition, speaking, protecting the church, protecting human rights, coming up and protecting useless things. Opiyo Wandayi the other day protected the Adani deal. His boss William Ruto, barely years, not hours, not even days, came out to rule out the Adani. Well, okay. Opiyo Wandayi looked stupid. So today, a few days back, I think it was yesterday, Opiyo Wandayi attacked the church. In fact, Opiyo Wandayi said these statements.
We can continue to fight for the rights of our people, even in government. We can fight for human rights even from within government. But it cannot be a crime for Jaluo to be the serikali. Mano wadagi. Mano kwanyaliye. So right now, because Gachagua has been impeached now, and the Luo people are finding their feet in government, now the government is bad. Even entities like NGOs, civil society, the church, including the NCCK, is now finding its voice. This is certainly a conspiracy, and we can see through it. Mr. Asa Majaluo is close to the government is bad. Tokeja Luo is out of government, is on the streets, the government is good. We can't allow that. We are not fools.
That is Opiyo Wandayi. So you clearly see that the Kenya Kwanza government is failing. I support William Ruto. I wanted him to be successful, but he's doing everything the wrong way. From how he handled the Jay-Z protest by bringing in the opposition instead of working hard, okay, to solve those problems. Now even the opposition are sharing to impeaching Gachagua. The people who advise him like Ichungwa and others, they were fighting supremacy battles in the mountain in Kenya. They didn't want Gachagua. So they convinced President William Ruto to impeach his deputy. The deputy president who speaks right now cannot even consolidate, even bring 200,000 votes from mountain Kenya. He cannot. And remember, politics is about numbers. Kenya is a tribal society. That's why the mountain is gone. That's why you are fidgeting, meeting Uhuru Kenyatta and Uhuru Kenyatta contradicting you on the statements. You came out to say that you've spoken about working together. He came out to say that he talked about you, about high taxation and others, because of the wrong decisions which Kimani Ichungwa influenced you to do. So for me, I think the church must not be fought. Religious leaders have a lot of following. They have a lot of influence. These Catholics and people follow pastors, they can tell them divorce your wife and divorces them. If they can tell their congregants that we are Muto, because they have already shown that you are their enemy. Now if they show their followers that you are their enemy, what about in the box? They won't vote for you. The other day I had a girl on TikTok saying that his grandfather, when he heard that the bishops were attacking Ruto, his grandfather and parents came out to say that maybe Ruto was disfavored, so they will no longer vote for him. Only on that account that the bishops have come out to call you out. So William Ruto knows this because of the simple mistakes he made. Okay? So the church is also showing these politicians that they speak. And remember, they have staunch followers. Not like politicians. Politicians, today you can have a follower, tomorrow he can desert you. In religion, even if you desert Catholic, you will be a Protestant. If you desert a Protestant, you will be a Muslim. And all these fronts are against you. It spells doom. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.